This is a Brooklyn-bound 2 train. The next stop is Wall Street.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.
Welcome back. This is Not Your Advisor with NYU Grad on Wednesday, January 15th. We have a lot to cover, so let's jump right into breath. Very strong day today, no doubt about it. We had 208 new highs on the NYSE versus 123 new lows. 82% of stocks were advancing versus 15.8% declining for the session. Looking at the 50-day moving average, 67% of stocks were below the 50 and 49% of stocks were below the 200-day. All of the Mag 7 were green. Every sector was green. So you had Microsoft up 2.5, Nvidia 3.4. These are all percentages. Apple 1.9, Amazon 2.5, Tesla 8%, Google 3.1, Meta 3.85. What more do I need to say? Every sector was green. The leading sector was financial. All of the Wall Street banks, all the major ones like JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, Goldman reported, Citi reported, BlackRock reported. They all beat. Financials were up 2.6% today. Consumer cyclical was up 2.5%. Communication services up 2.5%. Tech was up 2.2%. Utilities up 1.4%. Basic materials and energy up 1.15%. Industrials up 0.75%. Real estate 0.6%. Healthcare up 0.6%. Consumer defensive up 0.07%. Everything was green. Well, what more can I pull out from the story, right? There must be more to this than just all green. See you later. So this morning, the CPI data came out. It confirmed the PPI data from Tuesday. And basically, the narrative is inflation is dead and there's still hopes for more rate cuts, please, in 2025. Financials kicked butt. The volume, though, was lackluster, meaning for a move of this size, I would love to see like 2x average daily volume. So the SPY traded 49 million shares today. The average daily volume's 46 million. Not much delta there, right? Like I want to see like 70 million shares of SPY traded on an up day versus only seeing 70 million shares traded on sell-offs. So that is a clue. There was also some negative divergences on the 5-minute charts across the board today. So tomorrow we have the jobs number come out, and we'll see what happens. I mean, maybe we just keep rallying, but we are still in a lower high situation when you take a look at the SPY or the ES or the Qs. On the daily chart, we're just simply making another lower high. Until we make a higher high, I'm not going to get all warm and fuzzy about this bounce. Hey, if it can create a new higher high on volume, I'm not talking about average daily volume, I'm talking about like 2x volume, then maybe I'll go long. But until then, I'm going to stay in my safety stocks and intraday trade some of these high beta names and positions, both on the long and the bearish side. What was strong, what was weak? So in the S&P to the upside, these are all percentages. The list is long. I'm not going to go through all of them. Tesla, on the whole sentiment, I suspect on this whole TikTok news that Elon Musk is going to buy TikTok over the weekend, up 8%. Bank of New York, 8.03. ISRG, up 7.6. Wells Fargo, 6.6. Citigroup, 6.4. Goldman Sachs, 6. Micron, 5.9. Sempra, 5.5. BlackRock, 5.1. CoStar Group, 5.1. CBRE Group, 5.1. Edison, utility from the LA fires, involved in that, 4.9, is up. KKR, 4.7. Morgan Stanley, 4.7. Builders FirstSource, 4.7. State Street, 4.5. Equifax, 4.4. I'll stop there. In the NASDAQ, you had Tesla again. Micron up 5.9. MicroStrategies 5.3. ARM Holdings 5.2. Mercado Libre 4.8. AppLovin 4.3, Constellation Energy 4.1, CrowdStrike 4, Airbnb 3.8, Meta 3.8, Synopsys 3.4, Palantir 3.3, Nvidia 3.3, AMD 3.3, Google 3.1, Vertex Pharmaceuticals 3.06, Qualcomm 3, Zscaler 2.87. What was weak? You would think the weak list would be huge on a day like this, but it's not. That's another clue. Usually on days like today, you'll have a massive list of negative losers. In the S&P, you had Lululemon down 3.1%. I can't even pronounce this. Ticker symbol VTRS down 2.8. United Airlines 2.5. Charles River Labs 2.3. Hershey's 2.2. I mean, that's about it. In the NASDAQ 100, you have Lululemon down 3.1%. Monster Beverage down 1.6%. Biogen 1.4%. ASML Holdings down 1.3%. That's it. Nothing was like crazy to the downside. Like yesterday had more to the red than today. So a little bit of a sneaky rally here. I don't love this rally because of the volume and the negative breath on the 5-minute charts. But hey, maybe the job numbers will also say tomorrow on Thursday. The best of the best possibility is that jobs numbers misses and there are less people in jobs and the unemployment rate goes up, because then they're going to say, oh, inflation is going to subside. How sick is that? Americans hurting more means higher stock prices because less inflation. So that's what everyone is hoping for, that you and I and all the Americans are doing worse than expected tomorrow on Thursday. So with that, I'm going to let the free members go, continue to focus on macro. I suspect this is not the bullish of bullish moves today because of the lack of volume. Continue to watch the Nikkei or Japan overnight. Continue to watch 10-year yields, the Mag 7, recent highs, right? Like you want to make a higher high versus since the new year, we're making lower highs. So watch for that trend as well. For the premium members, please stay on. I have 20 plus charts as well as 4 from a subscriber request from Spooky John. So I want to cover those. So stick around. That's my train.
Stand clear of the closing doors, please.